Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 7th and 8th grade Pops concert. Please welcome the 7th and 8th grade bands. We ordered up great weather for you tonight. Isn't this lovely? It's so nice to see you all and to be performing live after the year that we've had. We thought we'd start off with something really fun for you. My name is Sarah Reby, and I am the 6th and 7th grade band director here at Riverview, and my partner, Mr. Cody Wisman, is back here somewhere. All right? So we decided a few months ago to put on a fun show for you, something that we could do outside and have a great time with and have the students learning all different types of music from different genres. Today, instead of blowing out our chops before the concert, we asked the students to do a little bit of a review for the year. And we asked them, why is band important to you? Or why is your instrument and music important to you? And throughout the concert, in between the songs, to give them a little bit of a break, we are going to read those quotes to you. So here are the first two. I love coming to band because it gives me a break from my class and allows me to play fun songs with my friends from other homerooms. I also really love my instrument because it's not too easy and not too challenging. I can still have fun playing songs while knowing what to play. The second student said, I love playing when everyone in the band is sounding good and it feels magical. So let's create some magic with Heartache Tonight, recorded by the Eagles. This track was included on their album, The Long Run, and released as a single in 1979. It reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in November of that year and was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, representing 1 million copies sold. It was the Eagles' final chart-topping song on the Hot 100. Here is the Riverview Middle School Bands.
Thank you again for coming out. It's great to see all of your faces. Another comment that we had from one of our students, I feel like each time I play my clarinet, I am learning something new and I grow in something I love. Another student states, my instrument is part of me. Heck, when I hit on something, I say, ow, or hit it on something, I say, ow, even though it doesn't hurt me. I even have a funeral for my reeds when they crack. Our next tune that we'll be performing for you is Rawhide. The song was used in the theme to Rawhide, a Western television series that ran on CBS from 1959 to 1966. It can also be heard in The Blues Brothers, An American Tale, Fievel Goes West, The Simpsons, Shrek 2, Happy Feet, the jingle from Rosen Motor Group, and mid-1990s Walmart advertisements.
Our next student entry said, "It can express my feelings and can get everything out that happened that day." Another student said, "It is something that I can feel alone if I want to get away, or it can be used in groups when you want to be with others." In other words, it just fits so many different styles. Our next selection for you tonight is the Batman theme by Danny Elfman. The original motion picture score is the album for the 1989 film Batman. The score was widely acclaimed by the press and in many contemporary reviews is cited as the highlight of the film. Now, when I ordered this piece, I was expecting the television series Batman to show up. When this one showed up, I was surprised and I was a little disappointed, but we started playing it and we all love it. Here is the Batman theme.
Another student states, "I feel important when I play, even though my group is small. It makes me proud to be able to play an instrument." And another, "It brings so much joy to my life and so much fun to be out or to be with other people." Our next tune is "Shake, Rattle, and Roll" by Charles Calhoun. "Shake, Rattle, and Roll" is a 12-bar blues form song written in 1954. The original recording by Big Joe Turner is ranked number 127 on the Rolling Stones magazine list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Here is "Shake, Rattle, and Roll." All right. Another one of our students states, band means a lot to me because I love making music. I love making music because it is fun and a very useful skill to know because there are many careers that have to go with playing an instrument. Band is also meaningful because my whole family has played an instrument, so it is a cool family skill that we share. Another student, my instrument to me is like another voice and a way to speak. It gives me confidence and it sounds beautiful. Our next tune, Na Na Hey Hey Kiss 'Em Goodbye, reached #1 in the United States for 2 weeks on December 6th and the 13th, 1969. It was a Billboard's final multi-week #1 hit of the 1960s and also peaked at #20 on the Soul chart. Most students know it from the movie Remember the Titans.
All right, our next student said, playing in band just helps me let go and forget about the situations in the world going on right now. That's why playing in band is important to me. Another student said, my instrument and musical ability is very important to me because it helps to remind me who I am. Music has always been a big part of my upbringing and my current life as is. I really love keeping myself busy and listening to what the music is really saying through the dynamic changes and the key changes and whatnot. At this point, I would like to go ahead and say a few thank yous for tonight, and I want to start with Mrs. Val Cott. She was my maternity sub at the beginning of the year. With the pandemic happening and not knowing what was going on at the beginning of the year, she stepped in and didn't really know what she was stepping into, so thank you to Mrs. Cott. Let's give her a round of applause. Also, we'll save some applause for the end here. Mr. Gary Kaiser and Mr. Nick Schursel, our student wonder, doing the sound for us tonight and setting us all up. The secretaries here at school, the custodians who work so hard to help us with anything that we ask for and keep our school clean. The teachers for their support of our program and allowing us to take students for lessons and allowing us to have them for class. The districts and administrators for allowing us to have band, music, and choir this year. Other school districts were not as lucky as us. Most didn't even have band or choir classes this year. So we are very, very fortunate that we looked at the research and they allowed us to start slow, to have kids in class small groups at a time and to be spaced apart. We have great facilities for that. We started off very small and gradually through the year as the research came out, We were able to add more kids together, and then partway through the year, we were status quo, absolutely no spread in the band or choir classrooms of COVID, and we were able to keep all the students safe and having fun at the same time. So we are so appreciative and so grateful. We will not be having to do all of the back building and catching up that many other schools will have to do. We'd also like to thank you, parents and friends and family, for supporting us. Plymouth is an amazing place to be for music. We feel the love all the time, and we feel the support. So thank you so much for supporting the students here at Plymouth Schools. We really feel the love, and we really, really appreciate you. Also to the students, it's been a hard year, you guys, and I have not met another group of hardworking students that were just go for the flow, going with it, doing whatever we asked, changing up their schedules, wearing masks, coming into the band room, cleaning things up. So thank you, students, for sticking it out. It's extra on top of their regular schoolwork, and they deserve applause too. So thank you, everybody. Our next selection tonight, I went to go write some stuff about it, and I thought, well, what are you going to write about Star Wars? This is the main theme from 1977, written by John Williams. Okay, when the students were asked, what does band mean to you? Music is a fun break from school, and it helps me get out of dark times. Music helps me feel less lonely. All right, and here is a very mature answer. Art takes on many forms, music being one of them. With all of its variations, music has bestowed upon the ears of the world all sorts of meanings and emotions, each backed by their own story. Personally, I've loved music for as long as I can remember. No matter where I was, music has always been a part of my daily life, whether it be listening to a gliding, smooth saxophone, an airy and light flute, or composing music of my own, which is something new I've been dabbling in since the start of the pandemic. Anyway, it's such a privilege to be a part of a band like this one. Each player contributing to the team this school has assembled should be something that we couldn't take for granted. As a result, I encourage anyone to come and be a part of this melodic phenomenon, as the majority of the time it is, to play their hearts out, whatever you may wish. Whoever wrote that can come get donuts from me tomorrow, okay? All right. Our next selection is the Magnificent Seven. This Aaron Copland inspired Magnificent Seven theme below was a personal favorite of composer Bernstein, who wrote it for the film in 1960. And just on a personal note, we have a little toy horse in our basement, and my 4-year-old and 3-year-old ride the horsey to this song. Here is the Magnificent Seven. Our next student wrote, "Band means a lot to me. I have really grown with my clarinet over these 3 years. I used to barely be able to play hot cross buns, but now I am able to play really complicated pieces. I know solo and ensemble was a great experience for me. The judge was not really mean at all. It was really just a confidence booster. Band and music has really helped me grow as a person, and I am so grateful to have had this experience." Another student said, "Band for me is a time when I get to have fun, take off my mask, and forget that we are in a pandemic." How true. Our next selection is Cartoon Capers. You're going to hear 4 little shorts, so we'll hold the applause until the very end. Okay, the first one is Merrily We Roll Along, which you know is kind of the Bugs Bunny theme song. The Pink Panther, Meet the Flintstones, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Another student writes, band is something that I can do to take my mind off things. When I play my instrument, I am focused on the music, so I can think about what I am playing and release all the stressful things on my mind. Playing in band is something I love to do, and I know the more I practice, the better I can play. The more I practice, yes indeed, the better I can play, which will make people who hear me play want to hear more. That is very true. More of the music that we play. Another one writes, playing my instrument is a way to learn something new, but in a fun way. Band is a fun class that I will still be learning in, but it isn't stressful, and it gives me a break from my other classes. Our next tune, Splish Splash, is a 1958 novelty rock song performed and co-written by Bobby Darin. It was written with Murray Kaufman, who bet Darin he could not write a song that began with the words, Splish Splash, I was taking a bath, as suggested by Murray's mother, Jean Kaufman.
All right, the next student said, being in band allows me to be a part of something bigger than just myself and my instrument. Being able to create music with an entire band has been an inspiration to me. I guarantee that music has helped me become a better person, both academically and socially. Another student said, band is my whole world, the only reason I wake up. Playing and hearing music just makes me happy. Band is a safe place for me. I get to do things I love and hang out with friends. It is a time to get away from other classes and be myself. I live and breathe band. That person gets donuts too. All right, our next selection tonight is Gonna Fly Now, the theme from Rocky. Released in February 1977 with the movie Rocky, this song became a part of American pop culture after the main character, Rocky Balboa, as a part of his daily training regimen, runs up the 72 stone steps leading up to the entrance of the Philadelphia Museum of Art in Philadelphia and raises his arms in a victory pose while the song plays. Here is the theme from Rocky.
band for me is special because my dad played and he loved it. So when my dad passed, I wanted to play for him so that way if he couldn't, I could. To me, music is an amazing way to express myself and be able to escape from school for part of the day. Music is able to make me feel calm and excited at the same time. Flute is also very interesting to me since it is such a dainty instrument, but it can play many emotions that music includes. Our next tune, Jump, is a song by American rock band Van Halen. It was released in December 1983 as the lead single from their album 1984. It is Van Halen's most successful single, reaching number 1 on the US Billboard's Hot 100.
We got 2 more here for you. I really like band, and I honestly didn't want to do it in 5th grade, but now I love it. All right, 5th graders? Okay, if any of you are out there. Okay? And my clarinet means a lot to me because it is fun to play and gives me a challenge. Also, it gives me an escape from the real world. It lets me let everything go and just play the music and not stress over anything. Our next selection tonight is Wooly Bully, a song originally recorded by the novelty rock and roll band Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs in 1964. It's based on a standard 12-bar blues progression. Here is Wooly Bully.
got one last tune for you all. But before I do that, again, I can't reiterate enough. Mrs. Reby and I, the music department, we're so thankful for all of your encouragement and just encouraging your kids to stay on in music. It's something that, as you can see with some of these students' comments and statements, how important it is to them and how important it is for us as a community to all be able to bond over something that's so different for each person yet so similar. So thank you all so much for encouraging your students throughout this year to stick with band, to stay in band, and keep moving on with the arts. It has been a pleasure to work with all of them every single day. We started off this school year with having small groups of cohorts. So I know in my 8th grade band there was one group of about 4 students, and there were no melodic instruments, which made for a very interesting sounding classroom, but all 4 students are still here, so thank you guys. And as the year just kept kind of progressing, one of the biggest statements that we saw from the students with this as well was, the beginning of the year was rough because we were by ourselves and we weren't able to spend as much time with our friends, but it's so much better now. So again, thank you all, and students, thank you. Thank you so much. Our last tune, oh sorry, I've got one more statement to read, I almost forgot. Our last student states, playing an instrument is being able to have something for yourself. Other people might have the same instrument, but still, you can play what you want on your own instrument, and it's special to you. It's like being able to play a piece of your heart, letting your heart play its true colors. I feel complete when I play my instrument. Something comes alive that makes me happy. And this is a direct quote from the student. Was that cheesy enough? Our last tune is Ghostbusters, by far one of our most popular tunes from this concert. This movie is in the song premiered in 1984. Thank you for coming. Feel free to yell along with them.